What is going on, team? Hope you're well whenever and wherever you're watching this. So we are back here for another video, and today's content is kind of a follow-up from yesterday's video, which was kind of a deep dive into a tempo template that I have put together, tempo being the speed, the rate at which we actually execute a particular repetition in the gym, that I believe is absolutely perfect for both power builders, power building being the pursuit of both developing strength and hypertrophy, so strength and muscle mass kind of in the same objective. That is most people I know. And also I believe this particular template is perfect for anyone prepping for the Marines or any part of the military, or actually anyone serving in any part of the military, police force or fire service globally. Yesterday's video is basically how to apply that particular tempo template to a lower body session. So today, inevitably, we are flipping on its head and we are going upper body. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Jim Galvin, and on this channel, we cover all things training, nutrition, biohacking, and ancestral living, helping you guys work out what you need to do based on your own individual biology to help you improve your performance, your health, and your physique. And today I want to share with you how my template for manipulating the tempo through the course of an upper body session can help you develop strength, speed, and power, functional hypertrophy, and a little bit of metabolic stress over the course of just 5 sets per exercise. That is just 20 total sets for the entire session. Some said it couldn't be done, but let's have a look. Getting straight into it, guys, as you can see from the graphic that we've put together for you here, we are basically going to focus this entire session around just 2 different supersets. We're going to do a horizontal complex to start, and then we are going to move into a vertical complex. The horizontal push-pull complex that we have chosen today is close grip bench press and a weight vest loaded inverted bodyweight row. Horizontal push followed by horizontal pull, 5 sets of each, but let's see how we're breaking this down. I will just caveat it with this. I said it in the lower body session, I'm going to say it in this one as well. I'm in the process of coming back from a pretty savage 6 months of burnout, and I'm basically, these are my first couple of sessions back, both yesterday's and today's footage that you're seeing are my first 2 kind of sessions back, and I didn't really go full ham. So please do not judge me on my pathetic ability to actually load a barbell properly. This is just focusing on the intellectual substance of the tempo. So do as I say, not as I do. I expect you all to be lifting heavier than me. So a couple of warm-up sets, as you would expect, guys, comprehensive warm-up. There's a little bit of warming, a little bit of mobility, and then we're gonna get straight into it. As I mentioned earlier, 5 sets of each of these exercises, and I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to explain to you now how exactly we want to execute these. I said it on the last one, so I'll echo it now. Everything that is in a training program should be reverse engineered from a particular objective. So what I want to say now, again, we've got 5 different sets of these, but not all of these 5 sets have the same objective. So sets 1 and 2 for this particular round have the objective of developing strength, speed, and power. And because of that, the tempo needs to exist in a certain way. So sets 1 and 2 with strength, speed, and power, I want us to be working around 3 to 5 reps. So let's pick 5 reps for each of these exercises for both the close grip bench press and the weight vest loaded inverted bodyweight row. But drum roll please, how do we execute the tempo of these reps? Because that is what we came here to see. There is reams of data and literature on how a controlled 3-second eccentric gives you a little bit more muscle fiber tearing than if you just drop the bar down to your chest on the bench, as an example. So what we are going to do is we're going to have a 3-second eccentric for these particular reps. We're going to have a 2-second pause where you can kind of breathe out, rebreathe back in, and kind of brace. Sometimes you hold your breath at the bottom with a 2-second pause. Sometimes you kind of breathe out and then breathe back in, like the rebreathe, very much up to your preference. And then X is basically a nice, rapid, explosive concentric. You're not throwing the bar out of the flipping gym and hyper-extending your elbows, but what you are doing is executing this rep with as much power as you can. And then the 4th digit in this 3-2-X-0 bracket, the 0 basically just means there's 0 seconds at the top, so there's no pause at the top. So again, if you're unfamiliar with this particular way of looking at a 4-digit tempo breakdown, 3-2-X-0 in real life would be big deep breath at the top, as we all would, especially when we're working between 3 and 5 reps, because that means it's flipping heavy. 1, 2, 3, down towards the chest, a 2-second pause on the chest, and then boom, X for the concentric, super explosive on the way up, and straight into the next rep. Between 3 and 5 reps of this, say 5 for argument's sake here, rack the bar, that is set 1 of this done, and then basically within the next 30 to 45 seconds, you want to be putting the vest on, get yourself under the bar, ready for the rows, keep the glutes tight, pull the belly button in towards the spine. That keeps you in this nice upside down plank position where the whole body is in a nice straight line. Obviously we're starting with a concentric, which is quite niche in this particular situation. So X, nice and explosive up towards the bar, making sure the vest hits the barbell. Control that 3-second eccentric and a 2-second pause for good luck. Making sure we're really trying to squeeze the thumbs towards the ribs and making sure the vest actually hits the barbell on the explosive movement, but doing this under control and not losing form or position in our body. 5 reps of this, amazing way to build some power in the back while ensuring the rest of the body is in a nice strong position as well. Again, if you're prepping for the military at this stage, you need your pull levers to be working, but you need to be able to keep the rest of your body in a non-reckless, actually controlled fashion at the time as well, which is why machine stuff for your back might be a great accessory, but it's not the main way that we want to train our pull levers if we are prepping for the Royal Marines or if we're a power builder. So we've done 5 reps on the close grip bench with that tempo, 5 reps on the inverted row with exactly the same tempo, and now give it, say, I don't know, about 90 seconds to 2 minutes break. And obviously half of that's going to be taking the flipping vest off and kind of rehydrating a little bit, shake your arms off, and then get back under the bar and do exactly the same. Another 5 reps on the close grip bench press. Up you get, 30 to 45 seconds break, vest back on, and exactly the same. 3, 2, X 0 for the tempo for sets 1 and 2 of this guy. And that's the strength and power section of this horizontal complex done. Now we are moving into sets 3 and 4. And as I said, team, everything we do needs to be executed in a way that is consistent with its objective. Training isn't just training, it has to have a purpose, a particular adaptation that we're chasing. Strength, speed, and power was the adaptation that we were chasing for sets 1 and 2. For sets 3 and 4, it's now a little bit of functional hypertrophy, functional bodybuilding. And because of that, both the rep range and the tempo actually changes now. In terms of the weight, in terms of the resistance, the interesting thing is we're now chasing between 7 and 10 reps. That's the objective for these next 2 sets, for sets 3 and 4. But I'd actually say, interestingly, keep the weight on the bar the same because we execute the reps quicker, which basically means the total time under tension isn't too far different from the first 2 sets, if that makes sense. So 7 to 10 reps on this, and now we're going for a 2-0-1-0 tempo. This is probably about the standard tempo that most people in a commercial high street gym would be doing anyway. 3-0-1-0 tempo is considered kind of standard in training, but I don't believe that there are that many people in the gym, unless they are actually focusing on the eccentric, that intuitively do a full 3-second eccentric down towards the chest, exactly the same on a row. I think most people would drop the bar down to their chest and try and bounce, and I think most people would drop away from the bar doing a row variation like this. So 2-0-1-0 tempo for this, 7 to 10 reps. So on the bar, a little bit more dynamic now, so the body position doesn't really change. We're just going through a little bit quicker, and obviously there's no pause, so we're not rebreathing at the bottom. And because functional hypertrophy / functional bodybuilding, whatever you want to call it, is the objective now, growth hormone release is a huge part of it, and making sure that we don't have too much rest is a big linchpin in making sure we actually get growth hormone release. So what I do is I do the bench, 30 seconds kind of maximum, get the vest on, get under the bar, slightly more dynamic pace now with the 2-0-1-0, another 10 reps on the row, and then I'd say 60 seconds maximum just to take the vest off, quick sip of water or whatever the flip you're drinking in the gym, get back on the bench, exactly the same, another 7 to 10 reps at 2-0-1-0, another 30 seconds to get the vest back on and back underneath the bar to complete set 4 of this superset. Sets 1 and 2 done, strength, speed and power being the objective that we're chasing. Sets 3 and 4 now done, functional bodybuilding being the objective that we're chasing. Now we are on the 5th and final set of the superset, and as you can see here, this is now wildly different from what we've done so far. The weight is going to drop down and metabolic stress is the objective we're chasing. What does that mean? Well, that means it's a little bit of a burner set, right? But here, and the numbers you can see to your right are definitely going to be slightly different. We're going to do between 40 and 50 reps of this at what would hopefully be around about our 20 to 25 rep max. And obviously, if you are remotely human, you have no flipping idea what your 20 to 25 rep max is. And whatever the hell it is, how do we do double that of what our max is? Good question. So what we're going to do, this is basically a kind of multiple times almost to failure kind of cluster set, right? So what we're going to do, if you could, as an example, do, I don't know, well, say 25 reps of a particular weight on the bench press. The key here is don't go completely to failure. It's a much more dynamic tempo here. And again, tempo is the main focus of today's session. So this is much more of a pump / burner tempo. Just keep the flipping bar moving, but keep the body nice and neutral and make sure we're pressing properly. And as you can feel yourself fatiguing, here's the really, really important part, guys, so listen to this. Do not go completely to failure. Try and tune into your body a little bit and think, right, I'm probably about three to four reps away from complete failure. I'm gonna rack the bar now. Because if you go to complete failure, you are completely in the bin. But just saving those extra 3 to 4 reps, rack the bar, sit up, shake your hands off. You've got roughly 10 to 15 seconds break, and that just allows you to refill the tank a little bit quicker. Say you can do 25 reps of it, do 20, rack the bar. 10, 15 seconds later, you'll be able to do another at least 10, rack the bar. 5, rack the bar. Another 4, whatever. And just keep going, keep kind of clustering it until you get your final kind of number of 40 or 50 reps in the bag. You will be massively flipping pumped at this stage, but that's kind of the point, right? We want to cause that metabolic stress. We want to get that pump, and we get a massive amount of blood pumping to the local area. Once you've done that, a couple of big deep breaths, shake your arms off, get some blood back in your flipping hands, get yourself over to the inverted row, just pure body weight. I suggest at this point, definitely take the vest off. Or if you're doing another variation, again, this whole template is versatile and should be kind of applied to a horizontal push-pull complex of your choosing. But for me, doing the weight vest inverted rows, I just take the weight vest off because that's the only way to make it lighter. And exactly the same, a much more dynamic tempo now. But as I said earlier, keep your body in a nice straight position or a nice straight line from your heels all the way up to your shoulders, but just keep the body moving. The chest either touches the bar or just shy, all the way down to straight arms, and just keep going. Once again, when you are about 3 to 5 reps away from failure, drop down onto your bum, let your arms hang, get some blood back in those while hanging down. Gravity obviously helps us out with this. Back on the bar, do a few more, always stop about 3 reps shy of failure, get back on the bar, and then just keep going until your 40 to 50 reps are done. 40 to 50 reps in the bag, and as you can see, guys, we are halfway through the session already. We've done 5 rounds of this particular superset, 10 working sets in total, 5 of each, and we've already trained and elicited an adaptation for strength, speed and power, functional bodybuilding, and we've done some metabolic stress. We've done a little bit of a burner set at the end. And just by tweaking the tempo of each of these sets, by manipulating the tempo as a training variable in the right way, it means that we can make all of those goals, all of these kind of dreams come true and make them a reality literally within the paradigm of one training session. So that is the horizontal complex done. Big green tick for that. Now moving on to the vertical complex. And as you can see, this is a little bit more complicated because I like to throw myself curveballs and make life as difficult as I can for myself. So I'm starting off with just some barbell strict press, and I'll be moving on to some dumbbells a little bit later. And that's for the push. The pull, vertical pull, I'm doing some pull-ups, and then I'm gonna do some banded lat pull down. And once again, guys, I am kind of being forced to stay super light here because I've been told not to lift too much and not to put too much load through my tissues and my system right now. So I'm gonna walk you guys through this, show you super light, but basically just focus on the speed I'm executing the reps and not the actual load that I'm lifting. That's the thing to focus on today. Once again, for the barbell standing press, guys, 3-2-x-0. We are back to that first objective. Strength, speed and power, 3-2-x-0 being the tempo. So unwrap the barbell. Once again, this is one where we actually start with the concentric, not with the eccentric, because you wouldn't start an overhead press with your arms locked out overhead because you'd have to flip and get them there. So from the bottom, big deep breath, holding on your chest, super snappy from the bottom. Don't hyperextend your elbows, but you're definitely pushing the bar with flipping intensity. Don't just get the movement done, get it done with power. No real need to pause at the top. Controlled 3-second eccentric on the way down, bringing the bar back to the shoulders. 2-second pause at the bottom when the bar is on your shoulders, taking a big deep breath again, and then again super explosive from that position to overhead. 3 to 5 reps of this, guys. This will take more out of the tank than you would think, especially if you are like 99% of either power builders or people prepping for the military, and you do not usually control the eccentric tempo of an overhead press, which most people don't. But again, if you start applying this tempo to your training, the good news and the little flipping secret is you can separate yourself from most of the other people that are trying to do what you're doing. Re-rack the bar over to the pull-up bar because we are working on tempo. Make sure you do not jump up at this point. Make sure you start from a nice dead hang, super explosive on the way up, throwing your chest up. Again, complete this movement with power. Don't just get it done, execute it well. Controlled 3-second eccentric, keeping your body nice and neutral and your spine in line. 2-second pause in that complete dead hang position with your elbows locked, and then super explosive again on the way up. 5 reps of this, guys. Again, even if you can do 15 strict pull-ups, controlling it and executing it with this tempo is gonna take a lot more out of the tank than you used to. But again, that's the point, to elicit the adaptation we want. and make us more powerful in these movements. 60 to 90 seconds, guys, back to the barbell press, exactly the same. Unrack, big deep breath with the bar on your shoulders and explode overhead. Control the bar on the way down. You've got half the tension in your hands, you're allowing half the tension to kind of sit on your shoulders in that shelf position that you've created. Big deep re-breath there and then snap on the way up. 3 to 5 reps of this, guys. Rep the bar, shake your arms off, and then no more than about 30 to absolutely max 45 seconds. Get yourself back over the pull-up bar. 3, 2, x 0, exactly the same for another set of 3 to 5 reps. Sets 1 and 2 now, the strength, speed, and power sets of the vertical complex, done. Big green tick, good work. Same objective as before, guys. We are moving into a little bit of functional bodybuilding, functional hypertrophy now. 7 to 10 reps, 2-0-1-0 tempo. I would say exactly the same as the horizontal actually. I'd say the weights could probably stay about the same. Obviously I'm just doing bodyweight pull-ups, not weighted ones for the sake of the B-roll, but if you do want to do weighted ones, then you can do 5 reps of a 3-2-XO tempo for the first 2 sets, then maybe keep it weighted for the functional bodybuilding. You might surprise yourself and actually be able to get 10 reps out of this because we're completing the reps, as we now know, a little bit quicker. 2-0-1-0 tempo on the barbell. Nice smooth concentric, no pause at the top, all the way down, and we can use a little bit of that bounce, we can use a little bit of that stretch reflex now that we've introduced that, and that's definitely going to give us a hand, just pushing that barbell back up and getting it moving off the top of our shoulders, giving us a nice few inches and kind of running into completing the rep and straightening the elbows at the top of the movement. 7 to 10 reps of this, rack it over to the pull-up bar, 7 to 10 reps, nice and dynamic. Again, try and keep your body nice and still. We don't want to be kipping with this. We do want to work on that vertical pull strength in as much of a strict fashion as we can. The rest for this one's a bit funny actually, because it's not as neurally demanding and it's not as challenging really as the horizontal stuff, definitely kind of like total power output wise. So I'd say maximum 60 seconds between the end of set 3 and the pull-up bar, the beginning of set 4. Get back under the barbell for set 4 of the overhead press, 2-0-1-0 tempo. Get it moving nice and short, leave it nice and powerfully and a little bit quicker. Rack the bar, get yourself over to the pull-up bar and then go again. Another 7 to 10 reps, 2-0-1-0 for this one as well. And that is once again sets 3 and 4 done. We've done the functional hypertrophy bit now. Big tick for the vertical complex. We are 18 out of 20 total sets done. Last little bit, this is the metabolic stress for the vertical push and vertical pull. But now, as I'm sure you can understand, we definitely need to go lighter. And exactly the same rules apply, guys. That's the amazing thing about this particular tempo template. Use a much lighter weight that you reckon you can do 20 to 25 strict shoulder press of. Make sure you stop shy of about 3 to 5 reps away from complete failure. Rack the bar, shake your arms off, big deep breath, no more than about 15 seconds. Get back under the bar and go again. And you will notice, again, exactly the same as the horizontal one earlier with a close grip bench, the amount of reps you're able to do in each cluster is going to drop off a flipping cliff as we go forwards, which is why if we're aiming for 50 reps, we might be able to get 25 done in the first round, but then it might take us another 4 or 5 clusters to actually get us up to 50. But that's fine, that's kind of the point. We just want a nice dynamic tempo, but make sure you're not doing a push press with this. And as you can see, guys, this can either be done with a barbell or with dumbbells. It doesn't really matter as long as we are doing a vertical press. So as long as we are pushing from that position overhead. I just enjoyed throwing the dumbbells in there for a little bit of novelty, a little bit more shoulder stability under speed, which obviously dumbbells give you over a barbell. So I just thought it'd be a fun little variation, and I encourage you guys to do exactly the same. 40 to 50 reps done and in the bag. Quick sip of water, get yourself over to the pull-up bar now, and as you can see here, all I'm doing is throwing a band over the pull-up bar. I think this is an amazing variation because resistance bands give you such a flipping pump anyway. Nice dynamic pace, but make sure you're strict with the range that you're going through. I obviously did this on my knees to make it a little bit more challenging, but I'm not going to be doing 50 flipping pull-ups. Exactly the same rules apply. Keep it moving nice and quick. Stop shy 3 to 5 reps before failure. Stand up, shake your arms off, no more than 15 seconds break. Get back down on your knees, grab the band, and then continue to chip away and take as many flipping clusters as you need. So again, team, only 2 rules for this little last bit. Number 1, stop shy every single time between 3 and 5 reps before failure. And number 2, don't have more than 15 seconds between cluster attempts. And there we have it, guys. That is 20 sets done. Unbelievable effort. Tick in the box for you. Horizontal push and pull, vertical push and pull. They are the 4 primary movement patterns of the upper body. So whether or not you are a power builder and you're just an enthusiastic gym goer, a fitness enthusiast, and you are chasing the objective of both getting stronger and obviously more powerful and working on maintaining some muscle mass as well. And if you're prepping for the Royal Marines or any part of the military or serving in any of the services or any of the military right now, This is an amazing way to go. And for those, just quickly, that are prepping for the military and think you don't need to do any gym work and you don't need to develop the control and the stability around your joints or put on any lean muscle mass before Royal Marine Commando training, you are absolutely completely wrong. You are going to die, and good luck with all your impending injuries. Really hope you enjoyed today's video, team. I kind of enjoy these kind of slightly more prescriptive, science-based approaches to making this kind of content. If you do as well, please do put it down in the comment section below. Also put down any questions that you may have or anything else that you'd like me to cover in the future. I'm kind of open to requests 1,000,000%, so please do put it in there. And if you could just make sure, if you did enjoy this video, any of the content at all, smash that like button. It really does go a long way to just kind of making sure it helps. It's very good for my ego. It makes me feel as though I'm doing the right thing right now. And it does help with the algorithms on this lovely platform of YouTube. So you would be doing me a massive favor if you did that. And if you have not yet done so, please do subscribe. Lots of amazing content on the way, including a fairly radical change in my own training. And I may well be moving away from functional fitness and into something else. And I'm really, really excited to share that with you guys soon. In fact, any theories about what that could be, please do put them in the comment section down below. Guys, it's been amazing chatting with you. As always, stay strong, stay healthy, stay awesome, and I'll see you soon.